guys, it's Rob. Welcome back to another video, vlog style. And in this video, I want to speak about a super simple formula anybody can implement to guarantee that you lose weight if you actually apply it. There's really no secrets here. In this world, all the information is out there. The secret is actually in adherence and actually doing something about it. So more on that. But when it comes to what you actually need to do to guarantee that you lose weight and reduce all this overwhelm around, I don't know what to eat, I don't know how to do it, my calories, my blah, blah, blah. This is what you should follow. And if you do, I promise you that you'll lose weight. So what if I told you that weight loss was as simple as 12, 10, 8, 4, 1. 12, 10, 8, 4, 1. Keep those numbers in your mind for a minute. If you follow this formula and you apply it, you will lose weight. It's almost impossible not to. Let's start with the number 12. You're going to start by multiplying your body weight times 12. This is going to give you a number. And I'm going to do this in real time with you. I'm not a mathematician. So I'm going to do this in real time using my stats just to better explain how this works. So I'm 185 pounds. So I would do 185 times 12. That's going to give me 2,220 calories. This is going to be what you're allowed in regards to calories every single day. And this is going to plant you, in most cases, like in 90% of cases, in a calorie deficit. The only way that people lose weight is if they find themselves in a net calorie deficit consistently. Not just for one day. You have to do it consistently. You have to consistently take in less calories than you burn. If you achieve this, you will lose weight. It's as simple as that. I don't even care what you eat. You just have to be in a net calorie deficit. And we'll get into more about what you eat and get more specific on that. Let's just stick with the formula. So 12 times your body weight, in my case 185. That gives me 2,220 calories per day. Then we're going to move on to the number 10. This is going to signify how many steps you get in a day. And that's 10,000. Your baseline should be getting in 10,000 steps a day. This is on average going to allow you to burn something like 3,500 calories a week, which is going to equate to about a pound of body weight. So these are all ways that you're creating your net deficit. Because you don't only want to do it one way, then it ends up being too extreme, then you're being too restrictive in one way or the other, and then you can't sustain it. It's about being able to sustain this over time, and that's how people lose weight. Let's move on to the next number, which is 8. You're going to make sure that you do everything you can to prioritize getting in 8 hours of sleep a night. Now, this should be what everybody does by default. And I do understand that some people just can't sleep 8 hours a night, or they have trouble sleeping 8 hours a night because of factors that are kind of unavoidable. Some people have kids. Some people have really demanding jobs. Some people have all kinds of shit that they have going on. And it's hard to get 8 hours sleep. And other people just don't sleep well. But let's just stick with the numbers for now. You're going to prioritize getting an 8 hours sleep. This is going to change your life. If there are 4 pillars of fitness, number 1 is sleep. Number 2 is going to be sodium. Yes, sodium, because that's actually how you actually hydrate yourself through electrolytes and water. Number 3 is going to be your nutrition, and number 4 is going to be your training. Sleep, number 1, sodium, number 2, nutrition, number 3, training, number 4. This is the order in which they go in. This is not debatable. So you need to take these things seriously. Once you have your sleep in order, you're going to notice that you have more energy. Wow! You're going to feel better. You're going to notice that as you sleep, during that period of rest and recovery, your body's burning calories. Your body never stops burning calories. And the more sleep that you get in, the more calories you're going to burn, and the more efficiently your body is going to be able to burn calories. Not to mention, you're going to feel better cognitively. You're going to be sharper, more aware. You're going to perform better at work. You're just going to be better overall. And lastly, you're going to be able to allocate more energy and effort to your training sessions. And if you're not rested, how are you supposed to be able to train effectively? And you're going to burn calories doing that. So sleep is paramount, and you got to get that shit in order if you don't. Let's move on to the next number, which is 4. This is going to symbolize how many days a week you want to get into the gym and train. It doesn't have to be 4, but these are just rough estimates. You should be getting in there 3 or 4 days a week. And if you're training properly, it'll actually be counterproductive for you to be in the gym more than that. But in regards to your training, you should try to get in there 4 days a week. It's going to allow you to work towards changing your body composition. It's going to burn calories. It's going to increase your strength, your endurance, your mood, the way that you look and feel, and then life gets a whole lot better. Lastly is the number 1. And this is going to symbolize how many grams of protein you're going to aim for on a daily basis. Many people are really confused about how many grams of protein they should be trying to get in on a daily basis. There's so much information out there that does nothing more than confuses the shit out of everyone. Here's how you do it. You take your body weight and you multiply it by 1, and that's your protein intake. You should aim to get in at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I'm 185. 185 times 1 is 185. That's my protein intake. Now you might ask, well, what about the rest of my calories? If you remember, I'm allowed 2,220 calories per day based off our first equation of 12 times your body weight. That gives me 2,220. So what you're going to do is you're going to take how many grams of protein you're allowed in a day, which is 1 times your body weight, and you're going to multiply that times 4. Why are you doing that? Because there are 4 calories per every gram of protein. That's going to give me 740. Now what you're going to do is you're going to subtract that from your initial number. In my case, it's 2,220. That's going to leave me with 1,480 calories to play with. Now you might ask, well, how do I allocate those calories? What's the ratio? The answer is, it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. Backfill it with some carbs and some fats. Backfill it with more carbs than fats. Backfill it with more fats than carbs. Backfill it with a little bit more protein, a little bit of carbs, and a little bit of fat. It doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. If you want to lose weight, this process is just so simple. Your goal is to end up in a net deficit every single day. And if you do that, I promise you, it is absolutely impossible for you not to lose weight. You need to be in a calorie deficit. That's it. This is it. This is all you need. And by following this very simple formula, it's going to ensure that you end up in a calorie deficit in 99% of cases. Now, let's say, for example, you follow this formula, 12, 10, 8, 4, 1, and you do it for 3 or 4 weeks and you see absolutely no change in the amount of weight you lost. That means that you're not following it correctly. If you're following this and it's not working, it's because you're actually not in a calorie deficit. It means that you're eating too much. You might be eating the appropriate amount of food. Let's say you're actually in a calorie deficit in regards to what you're eating, but you're probably missing out on a bunch of things. If you're eating out, you have no idea how they're prepping the food. I don't care what you ask them to do, it's not a safe way of ensuring that you know what's going into the food because you never do. You're not prepping it, how would you know? I do understand that people have lives. I do understand that some people like to go out and bring their girl out. I understand that some people have work functions. I understand. But if you really want to do this correctly, you have to be tracking your food correctly. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip that you might want to implement if you're the type to eat out a lot, a few days a week, once a week, whenever you know that you're going to eat out. Here's what I suggest you do. If you normally eat 3 meals in one day, and you're normally tracking all your meals, and then one day you know that you're going to go out to eat, and you, even if you're being good and behaving, you don't necessarily know the way that they're going to prep the food or what's going to be in it or how you might behave. Eat half of one of the other meals that you're going to eat or cut it out entirely. That way you're able to compensate, so you're more likely to still end the day in a net deficit. Or on that day, you might want to implement some sort of intermittent fast where you cut out breakfast, or maybe you start eating at 1 o'clock in the afternoon as opposed to 8 a.m. in the morning. These are just ways to kind of balance everything out. And so you know, I'm not big on fasting. I don't fast, but there are a lot of people that do and they like it. There's no one way to do this. You can do it however you want. What matters is that you need to end up in a net calorie deficit for the end of the day. If you can do that, you can lose weight. If you're just not losing weight, it's just because you're eating too much. Here's another problem that I see with people from experience with lots of clients that I've worked with over the years. A lot of people might be drinking a bunch of calories and they don't realize that you need to track that too. If you're allowed 2,000 calories in a day and you're eating, let's say, 1,900 calories worth of food and you're really doing that correctly, But you go to Starbucks in the morning and you have a caramel frappuccino for 1100 calories and you piss it out 16 minutes later. I hate to break it to you, but that counts. If you go out later that evening for a work function or to hang out with your friends or your girl or whatever, and you have a drink, you have a Cosmo, you have a cocktail, you have some frozen drink, it's full of calories, you have to count that. Or let's say you're the type that goes out to eat a lot, and they're marinating the food while they prep it, or they're cooking it in oil or something like that, or you go and you have a healthy salad and it's drenched in fucking dressing. These are calories that you have to count. So if you could just be a little bit more conscious of some of these things that you're doing, and you actually put some effort into tracking and following this 12-10-8-4-1 formula, you'll lose weight. I guarantee you. Like, I actually guarantee you. None of this is that complicated. My mission in putting content out, as somebody who's been in fitness for only God knows how long, I just want people to understand you don't have to be super scientific to get it to work. If you want to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. If you want to put on muscle, you need to get in your protein and you need to train with intensity and get sleep. If you want to do both, you need to do both for long periods of time and you will transform your body. It just takes some time, it takes a little bit of effort, it takes a lot of bit of adherence, and it takes a lot of bit of consistency. If you can do that, I promise you, you will see results. If you guys watched to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Give this a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you found it to be helpful. Just a quick announcement. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And once I get there, as a gift from me to you, just for you giving me support and watching the channel, I'm going to be giving away a 16-week transformation completely free. All you have to do to qualify, like and subscribe to the channel, go down below, follow me on Instagram, DM me, let me know that you're interested. And as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, I'm going to reach out to one person that's in need of a transformation, and I'm going to work with you 16 weeks completely for free. If you found any of this valuable, like and comment. If there's a video topic that you're interested in, you want me to share some content on, let me know below. I appreciate you watching. Peace.